What the heck is this instrument, and why is it being seen in soccer venues around America? Well, who would have expected an outcome like today's? 41-34 is the final score, no less than 2 overtimes. The Texas Tech Red Raiders and another loss to the Kansas Jayhawks, who are now 1-9 under Charlie Weiss. And Zach, you could really define this game by just opposites. So with Coach Kingsbury taking over the reins at Texas Tech, the question on everyone's mind is he going to have a pass-heavy offense? Or is he going to change it up a little bit on the offensive side and have a run-oriented attack? They've taken the time to pick out the perfect song, but when they hear it over the loudspeaker, it's time to hit. Head coach Tommy Tuberville says it comes down to one simple defensive concept.
Is when you catch the ball, you got to
add 2 more head coaching changes to the Texas Tech Red Raiders staff. Jones AT&T Stadium may be empty right now, but in a few months' time, this place will be jam-packed for Texas Tech's first ever Thursday night home opener against the TCU Horned Frogs.
It was an early December morning when Texas Tech Athletic Director Kirby Hocutt received an unexpected call from head football coach Tommy Tuberville.
He notified me at that time of his resignation and his intention to accept the job at Cincinnati.
So just 3 years after Tuberville came to Tech, he left the university searching for a new head coach.
It's important for us to find a winner and a leader who's going to motivate and encourage our student athletes to achieve the highest level possible.
And just a few days later, Hocutt and crew found that guy.
Red Raider Nation, welcome with me, your new head coach, Cliff Kingsbury.
It's good to be home, let me tell you. It's good to be home.
Cliff Kingsbury brought an identity to Tech football as a player, and at the young age of 33, he looks to bring it back to West Texas in his new position. And as one of the youngest coaches in the nation, he says he sees this as a positive.
Having played and played at this actual university, you can relate to the players, and you have some street cred when you talk about playing and things you've done.
Surrounding him are even younger coaches he's hand-selected, who also used to be Red Raiders, like Sonny Cumbie, Eric Morris, Mike Smith.
That's the way to work. Let's go.
Kevin Curtis.
Let's go, baby.
And Trey Haverty.
8-4 is average.
Positive energy type coaches, guys that are going to know about this place, know the culture of this place, and be able to attack. Our weaknesses are the obstacles we have to overcome out here. It's a special place, and you kind of have to know the culture of it to really embrace it.
So with Coach Kingsbury taking over the reins at Texas Tech, the question on everyone's mind is he going to have a pass-heavy offense? Or is he going to change it up a little bit on the offensive side and have a run-oriented attack?
We take a lot of pride in adapting to the personnel, so once we get out there this spring, see what we have, we can kind of evolve our offense around that and go from there. But I could care less. We threw it every player in every play as long as we score points and make first downs.
Either way, as the offensive coordinator in Houston, the Cougars led the nation in passing offense, and at the same position at Texas A&M, the Aggies led the SEC in rushing and had the first ever freshman Heisman Trophy winner. Add a Super Bowl ring onto that from the New England Patriots, and Kingsbury brings an already impressive resume to Tech and looks to add on to it even more by winning a Big 12 title as soon as this upcoming year.
No, we expect to win this year, and that's why I came here. I had a great job at the other place, but this is home for me, and I wouldn't come back if I didn't think we could win it this year.
And even if Tech doesn't get that elusive Big 12 title, Kingsbury says he wants to see his Red Raider squad give it their all every single game.
I want to make this team the best that we can be, and just after that 12th game, we sold out. We did everything we possibly could to have the best season we could.
With the Red Raiders currently ranked number 14 in the BCS polls, most people and fans of Texas Tech are surprised, especially after last year when they finished the season with 5 straight losses. Head coach Tommy Tuberville says it comes down to one simple defensive concept.
is when you catch the ball, you got to.
But it's just not the defense making noise this year. It's also the play of the Tech offense, the nation's leader in touchdown passes, quarterback Seth Deggy. The best of both sides of the ball showed up for the Red Raiders in their 49-14 smashing of Heisman hopeful quarterback Geno Smith and his high-flying West Virginia Mountaineer offense. Deggy threw for a career-high 499 yards and 6 touchdowns against the Mountaineers. He could have easily talked about the great performance he had, but he was all about the defense.
You know that our defense is playing at a high level right now, and I was just blown away by their performance today. And I think it goes back to the leadership, the senior leadership on that group, on that side of the football is unbelievable, and they've taken that defense to a higher level of play.
Tuberville, however, spoke wonders of the senior quarterback after his homecoming game effort.
But how about our quarterback? I mean, they come out, they saw that he'd been getting pressure the last couple of weeks. We worked hard on keeping him off of him, giving him one extra second to throw the football, and he absolutely played perfect.
The then 17th ranked Red Raiders hit the road to take on the 23rd ranked TCU Horned Frogs in Fort Worth. The Red Raiders came out of the gate sloppy on both offense and defense, but with all the struggles, Tech found themselves up at the break 21-20. The struggles continued for Tech in the third quarter as the offense stalled and put up no points. The defense kept Tech in the game, giving up just 2 field goals. It wasn't until the fourth quarter when Deggy drove the offense down the field and Tech took the lead from TCU. The offense got the ball right back, and running back Kenny Williams broke a tackle, ran all the way to the end zone for a 36-26 lead with 4 minutes left, seemingly putting the game out of reach for the Horned Frogs. But Tuberville said he had a funny feeling the game wasn't over.
We scored, go up 10 points, but I just knew deep down something that had to happen to make us win it the hard way.
And boy, was he right. TCU went right down the field and scored on a 60-yard bomb to pull within 3 points. They then stopped Tech and got the ball back, tying it up with a field goal with just seconds remaining. The Big 12 foes traded touchdowns in the first 2 overtimes. In the third overtime, the chain gang D forced a field goal, allowing this Alex Torres touchdown grab to be the game-winning score. After the gutsy road victory, Tuberville touched on how important it is to win, even though the team may not have played to its full potential.
We made a lot of mistakes, but we've been working real hard for a game like this. Win a game when you don't play your best. I mean, I think that's an epitome of what this sport's all about. You got to just find a way.
With 6 wins and bowl eligibility status already achieved, Tech football is certainly looking up. With MCTV, this is Andrew Nepsund.
I didn't know you were a Cowboy fan.
Listen, I've been watching the Cowboys since Roger Staubach time. The original shotgun, right?
Actor Rob Lowe just won up over 9,000 fans on hand today at Cowboys camp, the largest crowd ever to see the blue-white scrimmage, and that's counting the overflow crowd. DeMarco Murray looking to pick up where he left off, setting records his rookie season before he was forced to miss the last 3 games of the regular season with a fractured ankle. Des Bryant continues to impress. Look at this catch right here on the sidelines. The replacement ref ruling both feet got in bounds. And how about Tony Romo scoring in the red zone drill and letting everyone know it by practicing his end zone spike. And there is one part that does need improving: special teams, especially the punting game. Matt McBriar is gone. Chris Jones trying to replace him, and that is not going to get the job done.
It's good to get out here and test. I mean, we script a lot of stuff, offense, defense, so this is kind of good just to see no one knows what's coming from either side, and it was good to battle.
We came out here as if it was a game, as far as stretching, warming up the whole thing, and it did feel like a game to me. And I talked to Sean, it felt like a game to him, and guys had a little bit more juice, and it was good for us to come out here and compete hard and get into different types of situations.
Before the scrimmage got underway, Cole Beasley was back on the field. He's a young man from SMU who was having second thoughts about playing football and left them temporarily for personal reasons. But after talking to Coach Garrett, receivers coach Jimmy Robinson, and his father, among others, Cole returned from Dallas today and decided it was time to get back to work and follow his dream of playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
I just had some personal issues that I had to go home and take care of, and now I'm back and ready to focus on football.
Do you feel like your heart is in it at this point?
Yes, sir.
Are you 100% committed to trying to make this work?
Yes, sir. I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't.
One major problem in Cowboys camp: the injuries are starting to mount up just the first week. At last count before the scrimmage today, 18 Dallas players are dinged up, including Miles Austin with another strained hamstring. You'll remember Miles missed 6 games last season with the same injury, and now the Cowboys tell us he's out for at least a week.
Communication is an important thing. He needs to communicate with us as to how he's doing. And sometimes you're an undrafted free agent from Monmouth University and you're a Jersey tough type guy, you don't want to tell the coach anything like that. You say, Coach, I'm fine. And that's one of Miles' greatest strengths. Sometimes it can creep up in a negative way as well. So we got to monitor him better. We don't think it's going to be a serious thing. We're going to do everything we can not to let it linger.
Out in Houston, the Texans took the day off and got some rest from that brutal August heat. They did have some team meetings today as the Texans have wrapped up their first week of camp. And within that big names went down with injuries. But there is some good news on the horizon. Andre Johnson, Dwayne Brown, and Kareem Jackson are all set to return to practice tomorrow morning. And that has the team excited.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we need Andre back, you know, and thank God nothing was serious, and he'll be back ready to roll. And he plays well, this whole team plays well.
And starting Tuesday, KSAT 12 Sports will be in Houston for a few days covering Texans camp. That's going to do it for this KSAT 12 Sports Update. I'm Andrew Nepsund. Have a great day.